God, you're putting me on the spot with that one.
So sorry.
My question is really bad and like really cringe, but my question would be...
Wow.
Maybe I can phrase that better.
Okay, so what basic...
Oh my gosh, that is a question and a half.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. Right now.
So I've got a question from a random creator who I did the last video with. That's going to be a random question to you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to ask a question to the next creator that I
Okay.
found. So welcome to the first preliminary, the intro, the pilot of what I'm calling... This might well and truly be one of the most ambitious ideas that I've ever had. Over 10 months ago, when I knew I was going to PAX Australia, I started toying with the idea in my head. A simple concept, a simple idea. So for months, I started brainstorming, taking notes. Then slowly, over time, this idea developed into something real. Without further ado, here is Confessions of the Creative Mind. It might not be sinful, but it's time to confess. What's going on, everybody? My name is Rob, also known as Starkers. Welcome to the pilot and the first episode of what I'm calling Confessions of the Creative Mind. I did a teaser trailer about a week ago, so I feel like a lot of people have an idea of what this video is about, but let me explain it to you. I came up with this idea months ago, well and truly before I knew I was going to PAX Australia, but I had an idea that I was going. The idea is simple, with a bit of a twist at the end. A simple interview with a creator where I ask them stock standard questions, as well as maybe a little couple of little quirky ones, and we dive into a few of the answers. Then, at the end, they ask a question for the next creator. It could be absolutely anything. It could be something silly. It could be something raunchy. It could be something serious. There are plenty of notes and plenty of ideas that I have for future versions of this. So I'm hoping to create multiple episodes, some over Discord and over chats, others at different events, and a few other twists and turns in the future. If you like this video, you like this idea, and you want to see me interview particular creators, comment them down below, let me know, and if there's other ideas that you might want to add into this series, please let me know as well. If you want to be involved, feel free to reach out. I'm at Starkers on all socials. Without further ado, welcome to Confessions of a Creative Mind. It might not be sinful, but it's time to confess. What's going on, everybody? My name is Rob, also known as Starkers, and this is Mark My Words on YouTube. How you doing, man? How's PAX?
We're doing good, man. It's crazy. There's a lot of people, but it's good. It's good. First day.
So for those that don't know, Mark and I took literally at DreamHack 30 seconds. Hey, man, you want to get a photo? Sick. And then we went and got the hardest photo. I'll pop it up on the video.
Add it on the clip.
Yeah, add it on. It is the hardest photo I think I've ever taken in my life. And then instantly just clicked. Mark reached out because we've been supporting each other for ages now, since DreamHack. So, well, like since April, it's now we're in October. So yeah, 6 to 8 months, something like that. And supporting Mark over on YouTube. And I've got a few questions for you, man, at PAX. So welcome to the first preliminary, the intro, the pilot of what I'm calling Confessions of the Creative Mind. So I want to get a little bit in your head. So first of all, how long have you been doing your content creating for?
So it's 2.5, I think, going on to 3 years.
2.5 to 3 years.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. And what got you started?
Oh, this is a good one. So my mate, who's Lee from Lights Camera Rant, he is a podcaster.
Yeah.
He started during COVID because everyone started during COVID.
Shout out to Lights Camera Rant.
That's it. And he pretty much inspired me to go, you know what? Let's just do it. Give it a chance. Do it. I originally started a channel back in high school, gave up, and here we are.
Yeah. And it's like, it's one of those things, it's just like, no matter what you do, it's just like, whatever you do, whatever you think you're interested in, someone's going to be interested in it too.
Yeah.
And I think it's just like, getting yourself out there, just do it, have fun with it.
Yeah, 100%.
What would be your biggest piece of advice to anyone that wanted to get started?
Just do it. As Nike ad as it is, just do it. Go live, publish a video, publish a short. It's going to be shit, and that's okay. You'll constantly get better every single time you press the red button.
I think the perfect quote that I have for this is, it's the journey, not the destination.
Yeah.
Because there is no destination.
Yeah.
There is no wall, there is no ceiling. It's your own limitations.
You will never be happy, but that's a good thing. You will constantly be progressing.
Yeah, 100%. So a part of this whole segment that I'm calling Confessions of the Creative Mind, I want you to think of a question that you're going to put in this book, and you're going to sign the back of it. They don't know it's from you until they flip the page, and I want you to ask a question to the next creator.
Okay, I just got one. Okay. What is the worst part about being a creator?
All right, to find out who's going to answer that, you're going to have to watch the next part.
As you can tell, we're no longer at PAX. This was a PAX edition. However,
another person that we didn't have the microphone working. TweakyLake, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Thank you for your time again. We're having to do this. Obviously, we're not as local as someone else that we had to re-record with, so we have to do this over Discord. But thank you for your time at PAX. Apologies having to reshoot this.
I just want to make things difficult for you. That's it. Just make things difficult.
It was probably you just accidentally knocked the mute button before it even started. Just go, yeah.
It's like, no, you don't want to hear it.
Yeah. But anyway, to quickly rattle it off, it is a quick, short segment that we're doing. So I'm just going to start it off quickly. What got you into content creating?
COVID, I was isolated and couldn't see any of my friends. And I thought, you know what, I like playing video games. I wonder how many people would join in and have a conversation. And it's just gone upwards from there.
Yeah, it was actually a very common response for a lot of people. That was like COVID was their go-to, or that time where everyone was lacking in that sense of connection, as well as, you know, like people are, you know, away from work and stuff. It's like, what else are we going to be doing? We're watching TV, watching movies and stuff like that. We're in lockdown, can't exactly go see people. So why not? Let's create, you know, a community, a network, things like that, where we can play games, do the things that we enjoy, as well as connect with others. And I think that's probably one of the best things about places like Twitch and
100%.
and YouTube and all those places. You know, like it's the best thing about social media and connecting. Who is your biggest inspiration?
I know I said something else when we first recorded, but to be honest, it's my community. My community is my biggest inspiration to just beat the last thing I did. And like, if I come out with something really creative, it's like, I'm going to top that because the reaction I got from my community is this. I want them to have this reaction. Yeah. So they are like the biggest inspiration for me to like just keep going and just keep bettering everything that I'm doing, which is top for it.
Communities are great, and in terms of also as well, like you just always want to create that space. You want to always like drive to be better for them, to create the better forms of content, because they're the ones that are always there supporting you. So shout out to all the communities. We love you. We appreciate the heck out of you, because you're always there. You're always there from, you know, you may not be there always at every stream, and I understand that sometimes people come past and like, oh, I'm sorry I'm late, or I'm sorry I can't be there. We understand.
I see the ducky memes everybody sends me on Instagram. I see them and I save them because it's great.
Yeah, no, we love that. We love that. So it's just like, it's also those moments as well. So quick shout out to the communities and the amazing people that you are. Please don't ever apologize for never making it to streams or being late or anything like that, because we all live different lives. We all consume different content in different points of time. So shout out.
You're there.
We know that you're there. And if it's not just you know, one stream, you know, we see you in the TikTok likes, we see you in the Instagram likes, we see you on socials, all that sort of stuff. So every way that you're supporting streams and content or anything else that we pump out, we appreciate you. So thank you for that. Communities, you're the best. So Tweaky, next question for you. What has been a highlight for you around content creating in 2024?
It would be meeting all of the content creators that I've met through streams, actually getting to see them at PAX, and like, you know, meeting you. I'm like staying in a different line. You pushed in, and it's just like, it's Starkers and Dan. Oh my God. I'm going to be honest. I noticed Dan before I noticed you.
Because apparently, because Two's pointed me out, right? Because they knew that you wanted to scare me. So like Tweaky's whole goal was that she was going to try and jump scare me through PAX, like sneak up on me and just jump scare me. But yeah, they pointed me out, and it was just kind of one of those awkward moments at the ANZ community meetup, or was it the Twitch meetup?
It was the Twitch meetup.
Yeah, the ANZ community one was Friday. Yeah. So the Twitch meetup, and yeah, we totally, honestly, dead set, we totally pushed in. I'm sorry. We did. I did not even realize that the queue went like this, right? Because the day before, the queue was like just straight. So we just literally were just like, oh yeah, we'll just hang at this spot.
Yeah. And then Salty from Two's company is like, Starkers is there. And I turned and went, it's Dan. And then turned and went, Starkers. So I didn't even notice. I was just like, oh, there's Dan. Hi, Dan. That's it.
But also, I agree with you. The highlights are the events, the things that we can meet up with in person. I find them completely and utterly inspiring. Coming away from, you know, from PAX and DreamHack and stuff. Like, I did film a lot of content at DreamHack. I posted a few things, but coming away from PAX, I was just like in go mode. I don't think anyone really got more than 5 minutes with me at any point in time. And even then I felt like I saw everyone and no one at the same time. Like it just felt like it just disappeared, but I find it's completely inspiring.
There was people yelling out my name and everything. And I was like, I don't know what direction this is coming from. I'm just going to wave.
Yeah.
They can come up to me and say hello and everything. Like, it's just like, there's...
Not to mention all the different like usernames and stuff that people know each other by. Like there was a point where I was like, we were going up the escalators I think towards the Twitch meetup, and we were going up the escalators, and I swear someone yelled out "Starkers," but I looked around and I was like, you know what? It was probably Sparkles. It was Stinky.
I can't even remember like one content creator that introduced themselves to me. He's like, I watch your streams and everything, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing. And like he said his name, but my brain didn't process it. And then I saw their name and I was like, that is not what your name was like 3 weeks ago. You've changed your name.
Yeah. The funniest one is when
what
someone randomly hits you with your real name and you're just like,
yeah. Thank heavens. There is no one in the Twitch universe besides Salty from Two's Company that actually knows my real name. So no one said my real name. So I was like, I'm safe for now.
I do from the Tiltify sign up, but I'm not saying
yes. No. But no one's yelled it out. Okay, so that makes two people. That know my real name, and nobody has like said it yet. You watch, someone's gonna yell at the next event, and I'm just gonna be like, how do they know me?
That's the only thing is like, due to running a team for Game on Cancer and Beyond Blue, running the Tiltify Team Stark, I do see names and stuff come through. Not everyone has like their real ones. Like some of them have like their business and stuff, which is completely fine. But it's like I do see them, and it's safe with me.
I'll just legally change my name to Tweaky. That's just like now I'm legally. This is my name legally now. That's it.
Basically, in this book that I had with me at PAX, there was a question from a random creator that is coming to you, as well as after you answer that question, you can put down a question to the next creator. However, we did do this at PAX, so I believe you know what the question is and who it's coming from, and then you also have your question to the next creator. So
I can't remember it.
The question was, what is the worst part of being a content creator?
Forgetting to unmute my microphone. No one tells me I'll be sitting there having a conversation with everyone, and everyone just goes along the merry thing. They play all my alerts, they go on, and then they're like, you're muted.
Feels.
Like, I've been talking for half an hour.
Feels. And I swear sometimes people just do it as a troll as well. They're just like, they'll just be chatting away. Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, you've been muted for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I had mic problems on Monday because I came back and I did a stream and everything like that. I had mic problems. My microphone was I made sure it was unmuted and everything. I had to unplug and plug it back in. And everyone in the stream was just like, what's wrong? Did you break something? I'm like, shut up. Yes, I did.
There was one stream I did ages ago when I came back, and I was streaming for about 45 minutes playing a new game. I didn't announce I was going live or anything like this. This is when I just came back to streaming, so I was like, whatever. And I'd been playing for 45 minutes before someone actually chimed in and said, hey, your mic's not working. I was like, that would explain a lot.
Yeah, that's like my biggest issue. Like, I remember to unmute my game. I remember to change scene. I do not remember to unmute my microphone.
Do you remember what your question was to next creator?
I'm going to be honest, no.
Your question was the hardest thing to remember while live. So
yes.
There you go. So Tweaky, thank you for your time again. Go follow Tweaky on Twitch and as well as YouTube for when she does post her content, but also TweakyLake on all socials. TweakyLake 91?
On Insta, yeah. On Insta 91 because someone beat me to TweakyLake.
There we go. So thank you. All her bits and bobs will be in the description. So thank you for your time and bye. See you, everyone. We are with the fantastic, the one and only Nicktacula, also Techtacula on YouTube. Nick, what got you started?
I got started because I just have a love of entertaining people and I want to make people laugh and I just want to be creative. So that's why I got started in gaming content. And then over time, I was like, you know what? I really like tech. I'm a big fat nerd when it comes to tech. And so it just made sense to start making tech content. So.
Perfect. And over the years, what has been, just off the top of your head, what has been the biggest highlight for you?
God, you're putting me on the spot with that one. I've been very fortunate to have done a lot. I think the amount of charity fundraising that I've been able to do has been a really, really big highlight. But to be honest, going to Computex earlier this year in Taiwan with MSI was Like, there's not much that can really top that. That was an incredible experience.
And it was pretty unfortunate because you were unwell as well.
I was unwell from the start, so in my content that I filmed there, you can hear how dead my voice is, but I pushed through because I'm like, I'm not wasting this opportunity.
Mate, you nailed it, absolutely nailed it. And, you know, it's actually kind of surreal that I get a moment to talk to you here because there's, as a general moment, people like yourself and Lufty TV, you guys actually inspired me a lot of the way through Twitch. You've helped me out through my growth in my ideas and inspiration, as well as jumping onto the Cure Cancer, Cancer Kickers superhero streamers. You guys doing Cancer Kickers last year and giving me the opportunity to be inspired to start my own team, Team Stark. So first and foremost, thank you for that. Thank you for the inspiration, and clearly what we've done and been able to do for people in need is absolutely incredible.
For sure.
Thank you for that.
No, mate, no, the thanks are like, you have done an amazing job leading your team with all your community and everything on board, so you should be proud as well. But it's always a lot to hear how much other people have felt inspired and motivated to do that, and so I'm glad I can have that impact because you're fucking awesome.
Also, quick shout out to Dan the Who being the cameraman for this one, who was also part of Team Stark, raised a significant amount of money for Game on Cancer as well. But the last thing that I want to do, part of Confessions of the Creative Mind, I know, look at my ghetto little book that I'm doing here.
Fancy.
So what I've done is I've done a couple of interviews, asked a couple of people different questions, right? And there's random questions to another creator, which I don't know what the question is. They've written it in the book. I want you to answer it, and then afterwards, you're going to write a question to the next creator.
Ooh, I like it. Okay,
so flipping through. With us living in an age where everything is digital and highly accessible, how has your experience as a streamer affected your views on connection?
Oh my gosh, that is a question and a half. Geez, hang on, I need to read that. My ADHD is just pinging right now. So, honestly, sometimes I have to think and pinch myself that I'm doing what I'm doing, and in a highly connected world, I've been able to meet so many people across the globe, and we're able to be connected throughout our entire country as well, which is why PAX is so freaking awesome, because all of a sudden, all these people that we know online, that we've got to know over years, months, everyone's in the same place, and it just feels like friends that you're just seeing again that you haven't seen in a while. Yeah, so correct. Honestly, it is. I think we live in a really great age, and honestly, it's just. This life we live is crazy, and we're just making the most of it. And I think it's awesome. There you go.
I think just adding on that, I think times like COVID, something was very unforeseen for anybody. It's just something that happened. Everyone gets put into lockdown, and having the digital world, having places like Twitch and YouTube, and even Kick and TikTok, having places where we can connect with people on a emotional level as well. Being able to do things like raising money for charities that are in need, and then exactly as you said, things like PAX and DreamHack, events where people can actually catch up and meet in person. The in-person things are still happening. We're still connecting with those people. It's just, having the ability to do it all online is great as well.
100%. And it's just removing barriers. There's no barriers to the people that you can meet and the experiences and opportunities that you can get. And I think it's freaking awesome.
Flip the page. Who asked the question?
Oh, Liv asked the question.
What would Liv do? So shout out to Liv. Thanks for the question.
Thank you, Liv, for putting me on the spot.
And if you want to see what Nick's going to ask to the next person, you got to stay tuned. So Nick, thank you very much.
No worries.
And,
thank you.
Go follow Nick.
Peace out.
Clearly not at PAX, but back again with Nick, DaddySniper. How you doing, man?
Yeah, doing real good, man. This is Nick, also known as DaddySniper. Welcome on in.
So pretty much, obviously, we're not at PAX. We filmed this, but I don't know if it was my receiver, the cable popped out or whatever, or maybe it was just Dan and Succubus Rex yapping too loud in the background, so we couldn't actually hear anything. But here we are with another installment of Confessions of the Creative Mind. How was your PAX overall, anyway?
PAX was actually really good. Met a ton of new faces, creators that I wanted to see that I've been meaning to see for a while, and it was an absolutely amazing time. It was great overall. Honestly, I was quite impressed with the event and the experience.
Yeah, mad, and obviously a great opportunity. The fact that we're local, we can refilm this thing as well, which is sick. Really which is really, really convenient. Yeah. So thanks for meeting up with us again, man. No stress. So the first question I remember asking you was, what got you started in content creating?
What got me started in content creating was back in 2019. It was kind of a bit of self-inspiration. I was doing a lot of work outside of the streaming world, and then I was watching a lot of XQC, and he was kind of a bit of an inspiration to me at the time. And then I kind of just started building things off by playing sort of campaign-based games, and other story-like games on like max difficulty, and I was kind of just challenging myself, and then that's kind of what got me into it. It was just a bit of self-inspiration and watching a little bit of XQC initially.
So XQC, you think you're going to be like a madman like him one day, just yelling at the screen, or what?
Yeah, honestly, I think I am already kind of turning into that sort of animal. But yeah.
So my next question, I remember asking, well, what was your biggest highlight of 2024 so far?
Biggest highlight of 2024. Oh my God, wait. Oh yeah, it was probably focusing how much I've kind of grown and focused on building a bigger and better community from TikTok and over to all my other socials. It's kind of obviously a spread sort of achievement, but TikTok's really compounded and kind of brought in all these new faces that have just have brought more faces to the horror genre that I tend to stream to, and what's it called? It's made my community like bigger and better, which has honestly inspired myself to obviously keep going forward and get creative with more ideas, which has absolutely been huge to me and kept the wheels rolling.
Yeah, nice. So I already asked you this question at PAX, but we're going to go through it again. So this question, you've heard it.
Yes,
you've already heard it.
Yeah, I have heard it.
So what was your biggest content fail?
My biggest content fail, it's a little bit broad, but it would have to just be inconsistencies or just coming to a full stop anytime in the streaming world whenever I got bored or like lost interest in something because I kept it too broad or like not spread myself out enough. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is when I would stream originally in the past, I would play too much of like one thing and get really fed up in it, and then that would lead me to be a little bit bored. However, I'd set myself more long-term goals of what I wanted to do, growing as a creator, and now being able to, or now doing it full time. Obviously, I've learned a lot from that, and having a consistent schedule like week to week, even planning things ahead like month to month, like having event sort of streams, like it gives me something to look forward to. So having those big sort of like milestones, those milestones I'm wanting to achieve in place, kind of keeps my headspace clear and understanding of what objectives I want to reach on a monthly basis or even yearly basis. So that has helped keep me up with the failure of inconsistencies, and now I'm very consistent. So
from failure even to continuing to inspire yourself as well. So it's just like, as you're saying, correct, like setting it, like planning weekly, monthly, and well in advance to be like, all right, cool, I've got something to work towards. That's mad.
Correct, yeah, just self-inspiration really.
So from fail to success.
That's correct, guys.
Hey man, thanks for meeting up again. Thanks for your time at PAX, and sorry that it didn't work out the first time, but coming out to meet up with us again has been awesome.
It's been good. Round two's been good.
Yeah, round two. Maybe we're gonna film some more while we're here.
Yeah, maybe.
Stay tuned. Thank you, Nick. And do you have a question for the next creator?
Yes, I do. My question will be, what is the best global Twitch emote of all time?
So global, not personal? Global.
Not personal, global. Yeah,
okay,
only
so
emotes
like
that Twitch
hype trains and
yeah,
stuff
hype
like
trains to like, just as simple as like, Pog, like original Pog to, what Pog is now. What's it called? LOL as well. Like, yeah, just anything by Twitch.
Yeah, I'm a classic. I love the Kappa. Yeah, because it can be used you gets used so many different ways.
Yeah, and then you also got Golden Kappa. If anyone does have that, it's really rare emote.
Jealous to still find it. Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it. And hey, love you to bits.
Yeah, love you too, man.
You ready?
No, I don't know.
We're here with the legendary Sharkie. How you doing, man?
Good. Not legendary, but good.
No, definitely legendary. Sharkie, you're an inspiration to me, so thank you for taking the time to...
I'm so sorry.
I'm just going to ask you a couple of cheeky little questions. First of all, what got you into streaming?
COVID and boredom, and I just got NBN, so I was like, hey, I can do this now.
Do you know how many people have said COVID? Like COVID is like the reason like I miss chatting and catching up with people. It's like I'm gonna stream.
I mean, it makes sense considering that like the boom happened and everyone just jumped on, right? And no one had anything to do, so it makes sense.
100%. And who's your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspirations are like, I think YouTubers.
Okay, yeah.
So like everything that I do on stream, I just did stream because it was convenient, but everything that I do is all based on like the influences I had on YouTube. So I'm always thinking like, what is the content that I'm making rather than just playing a game? And I think that's been really good for my growth because I'm thinking more entertainment value for people rather than just I'm playing a game and people should watch me play a game, basically.
Yeah, 100%. So I've got a question from a random creator who I did the last video with. That's going to be a random question to you. And then you're going to ask a question to the next creator that I film. All right?
Yeah.
The hardest thing to remember while live?
The hardest thing to remember, that everything you do is an example for everyone watching, even if they aren't chatters, and your community is a reflection of who you are as a streamer, and you should be mindful of that.
Hell yeah, I love that. I love that. I genuinely thought it was going to be like, remember to shout out the person who rated you or something.
Sorry, I didn't know which way to go. It could be
No, that's
stupid
deep.
or
I love it. Do you have a question for the next creator?
Yes. What do you think about your legacy is going to be in 5 years when people look back on what you're doing? And is what you're doing going to create something that people will remember you for in the future and something to look back on as something you're proud of?
Wow.
Maybe I can phrase that better.
Okay, so basically, what do you think your legacy is going to be?
Yeah, like when you think about your content, what are you leaving as a legacy that people remember you for?
Amazing. Well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
Thanks, man. We're here with the amazing GoatOnABoat, also dressed as Master Chief today. How you doing?
I'm going great. It's amazing.
Having a fun PAX?
I'm having an amazing PAX. It's very cool, very cool.
First of all, congrats on recently becoming partner.
I don't know how I got it.
So massive congrats to you on that one.
Thank you.
So that was awesome. Recently just come back from the partner luncheon.
Yes.
Had a few.
I had a few bevies, but we don't talk about them.
All right, so I'm just going to ask you a quick, cheeky couple of questions. First of all, so nice and simple, what got you started in content creating?
I've always loved video games. I'm very out there. I used to do stand-up, and I just wanted to get into it. I was like, I'll play video games, throw my stand-up in, and that's how I got into content creation.
Hell yeah, love that. Bit of stand-up. That's interesting, yeah. Was that like local pubs and stuff like that, or what were you doing?
It was local pubs. I did get banned from a church, but we won't talk about that.
Fair enough. Okay, next question for you is, who is your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration would probably have to be Ozslort. He's here. When I first started streaming, I had 200 followers, and he gave me a shout out on TikTok, and I grew like double. I got to like 500 followers the day after, and he has been such a great support.
Shout out to Oz. He's there somewhere.
He's over there. He's over there.
So my question for you, we have a random question from a creator before you. So the question is, in 5 years, what do you think your legacy would be that people will remember you for?
Shoeies.
Shoeies. That is perfect. And the question is from the one and only Sharkie.
I love Sharkie. Oh, he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing.
All right, so now for you to ask a question for the next creator.
My question is really bad and like really cringe, but my question would be, when was the last time you physically touched grass, like fingers on grass? When would have that been?
Done. Love it. Thanks for your time. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Thanks. Here with Dan the Who. How you doing, man?
Good, self?
Yeah, good, man. Obviously, we're still not at PAX, but this is still on the PAX edition, purely because Dan, the absolute legend, thank you, was helping me record a lot of them, and it didn't make sense because your questions, you would have known who they were coming from and what the questions were. So you kind of like, it needs to be kind of organic. That's kind of the point of this. So thanks again for meeting up with us, man. How you feeling?
Yeah, feeling good, excited, like enjoyed PAX, absolutely loved it, and yeah, no.
It was your first PAX experience, right?
It was my very first one, number one, so thoroughly enjoyed it, like meeting all the new faces, all the content creators that I've seen on the screen. Just an absolute pleasure to meet everyone in person. It was just amazing.
Yeah, mad. So what would you say your number one highlight would be? Would it just be like faces, they're not behind a screen, or what? Like what was?
Pretty much just like meeting all the content creators that I've like watched and gained inspiration from, and be able to see them face to face and like just chat and just hang around was just unreal.
Yeah, mad. All right, so I've got to ask the standard question, what got you into content creating?
So I used to ride motorbikes, well I still do, but I broke my back in April 2023 and caused a lot of damage to my back, so pretty much needed something, during the recovery process, needed something to do, and I always used to game and just thought, I'll give streaming a go, and got into it, and it's just snowballed from there. Absolutely love it now. Like I've grown a community that I just didn't expect, and it's just taken off a lot bigger than I thought. I've now found something else that I love.
Dude, that's mad. And obviously breaking your back is something very, very difficult to have to navigate. What are some challenges that you find that you face when you're streaming, content creating, or even going to events like PAX?
So it's more just the pain and everything that I find in my back. So like sitting down for long periods of time, I get really uncomfy. So I may fidget a lot, move a lot. Sometimes I have to get up and go for like a little walk, like as if I've let the dog out, just go stretch the legs. Like at PAX, like first day, I made the biggest mistake of forgetting my back brace, and oh my god, I was in a world of hurt when I got home that night. But a good night's rest, I was able to tackle the next day and get through.
Yeah, nice. Obviously, like definitely something difficult that you have to navigate, but it's mad to see that you're still, you're still pushing through, you still stream, you still do your things, and you push through to obviously do something that really inspires you and keeps you happy, and that's the main thing. So for you, like, what is your biggest inspiration to content creating?
Probably what I found actually is more my community is always there pushing me, and more so just wanting to be there and support everyone in my community. We're more of like a famdanily. I call my community the famdanily.
Famdanily, I love that.
So it's the famdanily, and everyone who's become part of that we're just like one big happy family and just always there for each other.
That's mad. That's that. I love that. For those that don't know as well, Dan was part of Team Stark when we were doing the game on cancer, as well as the hashtag Beyond the Screen with Beyond Blue. Massive congratulations to you for the amount that you've raised. It was $2,000 for Game on Cancer.
$2,000, yeah.
And how did you go for Beyond Blue?
I can't remember that off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'll put a poster up on the screen that I made, but we managed to smash it. 31 days with Team Stark for Beyond Blue. We raised just shy of $11,000, which is insane, as well as for Game on Cancer at Team Stark we did $15,733. I remember that because I don't remember the cents, but the fact that we generated over $25,000 worth towards charity this year alone has just been absolutely incredible. So I want to thank you for your participation in that. I'm going to ask you an amazing question from a random content creator. I've read it. I know who it's from, of course, but you might not know. When was the last time you physically touched grass?
Right now.
Yes, let's go. So that amazing question, when was the last time you touched grass, was from GoatOnABoat.
Another amazing streamer I met at PAX.
Yeah, she's an amazing content creator. Goat, we love you. Thank you for the awesome question. Thank you for touching grass. Do you have a question for the next content creator involved?
What sort of community sort of vibe would you like to build up? Like a family sort of vibe, or
what sort of community do you want to build in the future?
Yeah.
Amazing. Stay tuned for the next question and who we're going to interview next. So thank you so much for your time, Dan. I appreciate you. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, guys.
So everyone, we have reached the end of the pilot, the first episode of Confessions of a Creative Mind. The first episode, the pilot, the somewhat half PAX edition due to the audio issues we had with the microphone. I don't know if it was the receiver or the microphone turned off or whatever it may be. Maybe it was just unplugged. These things happen, but when it comes to me coming back to YouTube content and trying to do something different, it's only understandable that some things are going to be, a little hiccupy, or there's going to be a few issues that I'll be able to sort of, tighten the bolts and fix over time. If I could ask a favor of you, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, please comment your favorite part or comment another creator you want me to interview, and please consider subscribing, because the bigger the channel gets, the bigger this series grows, and the bigger this series grows, the bigger the guest gets. And that could be a win-win situation for all of us. Thank you to all the creators that took their time at PAX and outside of PAX to record this video with me. Big shout out to all of them. If you want to go check out any of their content, all their stuff will be in the descriptions below. So big love to MarkMyWordsOfficial, GoatOnABoat, Nicktacula, Sharkie, TweakyLake, Dan the Who, and DaddySniper. I really appreciate all of you taking your time for me, as well as Dan for helping me record some of these, as well as DaddySniper. Nick, thank you so much for helping me record some as well. I appreciate the heck out of all of you, and to everybody that watched this video, thank you so much. Hopefully we can keep this series going, and always remember, it doesn't have to be sinful, but it's time to confess. We'll see you in the next episode.